Good afternoon, all. Today's session is about the open industry problem and recent trends. So, I would like to invite Mr. Hussain sir to please hand over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. So today, due to some bandwidth issues, I'm not going to share my video.
Okay, sir.
Yes. I hope you could able to see my screen.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes. So today, I hope this is the last session of 1 week AICTE-ISTE sponsored refresher online FDP on research, methodology, tools and techniques. So today, I'm going to discuss about some open industry problems and implementation on recent trends. In this session, I'm going to share some sort of insights regarding uh, Industry 4.0 revolution, where really we are concentrating on this current trend and where all the students need to be concentrated on. And that too, so if we can look after this type of Industry 4.0, then we can easily cope up with some sort of solutions to solve that particular industry problems. So who is going to solve these problems? Obviously, the higher education institute students as well as faculty members could able to solve the problems, and some industries, they together with some researchers and industrialists and some sort of entrepreneurs will going to solve these type of problems. And where we need to look after this implementation part and what exactly recent trends. So in this manner, I'm going to share some sort of insights. First of all, I would like to share what exactly Industry 4.0 and what are the tools and techniques we have. And also, I'm going to discuss about some 4.0 solutions, some of the challenges. We have many challenges right now. Atmanirbhar Bharat, in current India, we are looking after many challenges. Have taken some sort of precise areas where really industry needs some sort of change to the particular challenges, as well a way towards some sort of yeah. Sorry for the technical glitches. I'm going to also share some sort of various opportunities where we have as a faculty members and higher education institutes. And also, I will discuss about what exactly the outcomes of higher education institutes towards this Industry 4.0 solutions, challenges, and some opportunities. First of all, let us like this. In the 18th century, we have started with the mechanical waving loom in 1784. It is nothing but the first industrial revolution in the world, where some sort of mechanical productions has been take over, and also with some sort of water and steel powers. As well, in 1870s, the second industrial revolution has been started with mass production of electrical energies. We name it as Industry 2.0 as well. In 1969, where the solutions has been created using some logics with programmable logics and control systems. and there is a high scope of industrial revolution through ICT and IT comes into the picture. For that, automate production has been evolved, and now we are in the era of Industry 4.0 with cyber physical systems and productive designs, merging of all real and virtual worlds. Whatever we seeing with this 5G technology, 3D printing, and other techniques are there. These are all comes into the 4.0 revolution. And now we are in the 4.0. So from 18th century and the beginning of 20th century till 1970s, we are with the Industry 4.0, and we have many more problems in the industries to be solved. And in today's session, we are going to discuss about what are the problems with industry and what may be the solution for that, as well as how we are going to provide with the support of the higher education institutes. And in pan India, the government of India is looking towards this Atmanirbhar Bharat, where we can provide our solutions as Make in India or Made in India concept. If you check it out, the environment chart for Industry 4.0, we have the smart buildings in various cities of Andhra Pradesh as well as in pan India. And if you see in Mumbai, like many more smart buildings are there, we can use the biometric smart cards with PIN as well as the biometric chip on the card to open the doors of the building. As we are seeing in automobiles, like every car will be operated with the touch screen with a single shot of starting. And this is an revolution in industries coming out in various scenarios like automobiles and smart homes are coming up, as well as smart mobilities. And if you check out with the energy sectors in India, we are installing the smart grids, and with the help of the Amazon, Flipkart, and so as we are discussing about the environment chart of Industry 4.0, we need to discuss about the smart factories and CPSS for smart buildings and smart homes. So if you check it out, we have exponential technologies as technological development in the terms of the human factor for feeding and enables various trends in the society, like decentralizations, where we have found the global connectivity with the 5G and coming up with the 6G technology also. And telepresence robots are there, robotic surgical systems are there, and crowdfunding, single shot water purifiers. And if you go back to the 2 3 years back, we have developed Google Classroom, Google Classes, and automotive based on digital technologies. And now this era of the students and we are working on 3D printings, which is an rapid prototyping using a computer to design some sort of 3D printings. It's a blueprint for all development of in particular object. we are like developing so fast in biotechnology sectors and artificial intelligence, and then robotics, drones, nanotech, and biotechnologies. So we are in a growing phase from the speed of technology change has been evaluated at the same time from like as an exponential growth trajectory. So if you see the changes from last few years and comparing with the current year, we have many more technologies comes into the picture. And many of the startups really thanking this COVID time, they have got really an excellent opportunity to prove themselves with recent technologies and trends. And they have established many startups in this current era. And whenever discussing about some industrial problem, we need to definitely look into these four characteristics of Industry 4.0, where vertical networking for the smart production systems. As well, we need to discuss about some horizontal integrations via new generation of global value chain networks. And at the third point, we are going to discuss about engineering across the entire value chain with how these all things will be worked out with the acceleration through exponential technologies. These four are the important characteristics of Industry 4.0 before discussing about the industrial problem and the technology to solve it. And if you see the current transformation and segments and future potentials from scale 1 to 5 in various scenarios like research and development, we have improved till 43 percentage of transformation has been occurred in industry 4.0. Coming to the procurement and purchasing for various industry sectors, we are improved of 39% transformation from 22 percentile. In production technologies, we are having some sort of up and downs from 22 percentage to 30. In between, we have 43 percentile. And coming to the logistics and warehousing, from 35% to we have the transformation to 26 percentile if we compare to the potentials. And marketing, we have 29 percentile. Coming to the sales, we have 39 percentile. And services, 45 percentage. And internal company administration, the part, the transformation is being 26 percentage. So if we look at the characteristics of transformation scenarios for research and development to service marketing, in this period of 1 year back, there is a lot of transformation coming for the higher education institutes with many more policies like national innovation startup policy by government of India and like conduct for smart. These are all some sort of improvement we have with various policies of government of India. See, coming to technology, mostly if we talk about the 3D printing, because nowadays, like if we check it out with the transformation in the technology, most of the industry people, the startups are looking after the 3D printings. So break-even point for the conventional manufacturing and 3D printing will be like this. Like from the lower cost per unit to the greater cost per unit, the 3D printing cost lower as tooling is required. Where if we go for conventional manufacturing, so the high quantities for the conventional manufacturing cost is really as an advantage. And special pricing plans for material and machines can possibly lower unit cost for 3D printing. So this chart shows that so it differentiates between the conventional manufacturing and the 3D printing. So most of the industries and the higher education institutes are looking after this 3D printing as a technology, as conventional coming up technology, and most of the people are using for the prototyping and product designing. If as per a researcher, the survey says that the 40% of the people says that they are ready to invest on the 3D printing machines. And most of the investors are looking after the startups who really using these 3D printing services and the prototyping for using the 3D printings. And 28% says the partially, and 20% will say no about this one. And some of the challenges and opportunities need by the current industry 4.0 is they need some sort of R&D adjustments, like improvement in some sort of energy with efficiency, and they are looking towards the greater customer focus with the speed delivery of the shipments and easy process of purchasing the goods online. Even more digitization is expecting from the public of pan India as well as in global, because like whenever we have the process of long procedure to book a particular item in Amazon or in Flipkart or in Shopcluse or somewhere else, definitely the customer may not feel easy, so that even more digitization need is required. Even though in this lockdown period of time, many more digitization, like no cash has been utilized so far, and most of the areas and parts are using the smart cards technology without any cash transactions. And efficiency need to be increased, and smart data gathering is required, and new cost pressure, new distribution channels is required in current scenario for the industry. And this leads the industrialists and startups to look in a different way. So how to optimize all the things? How to involve these all requirements and need in a particular scenarios? Really, we need to concentrate on these particular areas. Even though we have better facilities, even though we have like high technology. For example, let us say today, like I'm in traveling, so I was in my hometown called Rampachodavaram. If you check it out, 1 year back, there is no 4G technology here. Recently, before 8 months back, only Geo comes into the picture. From my childhood, we are using BSNL networks, and you are lively facing some technical glitches, automatically disconnecting my Zoom call. So in this type of agency areas also, many more digitalization comes into the need should be there. Likewise, in pan India, every sector to be developed. And first of all, we need to look after the vertical networking for the smart product systems. What exactly it is? We should really concentrate on the IT integrations. That means the current industry 4.0 really looking after the IT solutions. Already we have many more IT existing infrastructures, but we are really in poor networking. So they are looking after the combined solutions for a range of components from suppliers of the sensors, modules, control system, communication networks, and some business applications for the customer facing applications. So most of the companies are really looking as it's a right choice for these type of components for adapting and integrating into the new overarching solutions. So definitely the industries are looking towards the integration of IT in a high manner. And whatever the problems we have in the current industry 4.0 are all the solutions, are all the opportunities to the students as well as the faculty members of higher education institutes. And a series of lectures has been given in this particular FDP, and most of the resource person has said that many more opportunities are there, and this is one more opportunity to get funding from the investors as well as DST and any other funding agencies of Government of India. And one more direction is analytics and data management. So gathering of the data. For example, let us say every smart mobile having the weather calculations. And also it automatically it predicts the next up of the mobile users if you are in traveling. So what may be the weather depends upon the particular weather conditions we are going to express about in the weather conditions as well as the health conditions of the particular users. See, in the current scenario and coming up in the next few years, whenever you're using the mobile devices with all IT integrated and data analytics and management, it can suggest you your health scenarios with the weather mapping. If the tomorrow weather is being hot with 2 degrees more, it suggests you to be stay at home or at a shelter or somewhere else. Like these type of predictions will definitely comes into the picture. So all your hospital data as well as your health data, everything will be integrated. So automatically it will give the suggestions according to the weather for your health care. And also efficient data management and new business process in the places is really required. As well, cloud-based applications are being developed. We have excellent opportunities to host and make efficient use of big data, which is generated by Industry 4.0. And these are all the solutions which is really crucial for Industry 4.0. And computing the power will be enabled cloud space. And all the data will be stored in the cloud, and all the operations and all process will be done in particular entire global value chain, and not only distribution between to analyze the data but also in between the factories. So this particular overarching market solutions are really integrating all stages from supplier value chains to end customers. And the digital transformation is very much required for Industry 4.0 for driving the new opportunities for rapid decision making. For example, let us say in a professor from computer science and engineering has developed an algorithm called Jaya algorithm. So when you shifted from one place to another place, or if any employee is transferred from one place to another place and he wants to rent a home, he needs to be very clever and he required some sort of assessment according to the school children, according to his office, according to his market, and some other groceries. He need to take home, rented home in a particular city. He need to decide where. In some cases, school will be very near, but market is very far, and office is somewhat far. In some cases, office is very near, but schools are very far, and market is moderate. In some cases, school and office will be near, but the groceries and the market is very far. In this scenario, how to take a decision is very much important. In this particular industry 4.0, if you could able to provide these type of applications, automatically generating suggestions for the people to decide where to rent a home, this application will really work out. This is one particular solution that we really require in this current scenario. And this operational efficiency 2.0 is really required. And coming to the second point, horizontal integration solutions are really required. So to getting grips with radical new approaches, incremental improvements to be required to establish the current business models. To achieve this, the companies or industries are really required in new developed skills in employee level as well as students level as well within the organization as a whole. So this business model should be inculcated in the curriculums of higher education institutes. This is what exactly the government of India through innovation cells is really trying to inculcate this mindset in the faculty as well as students, so that we are readily creating and generating the startup companies from higher education itself. We are supposed to teach the problems where really industry is currently facing up, and also we need to check it in smart supply chains, like digital transformations to create a single database and creating supply chains and what exactly customer is really needs. It is changing from location to location. Geographical variations will be there. Depends upon that, it should be provided some sort of services. Smart logistics are very much important. IT security management is really required. So high levels of data sharing should be involved wherever we are talking about some sort of cloud involvement, cloud database is involved, we really require some sort of IT security should be required. And these type of security applications should be needed and should be created by the current generation. And new taxation methods will be introduced, because in future 3D printing technology, not in future, we are currently working with this 3D printing technology, should be allowed us to print off the products. And most of our laboratories, like for example for ECE, to design a particular circuit or to show how the circuit is working, we could able to print in a 3D printer. And we like your institute having the Simon's lab, where lot of technology is there and 3D printers are available, could able to see your students are get able to work it on the 3D printers. And also in terms of value added taxes and custom duty regulations should be changed. And in this direction, the IP should be developed in India. Like as we are ahead of innovation ranking from the last 5 years, we are expecting the India government of India is expecting in the top 50. So that if we could able to all these technologies like 3D printing, IT security management with the smart logistics and cloud computing based models, we should definitely cope up with the IP procurement, and we could move forward with this digital IP issues. And nowadays, filing an IP is a very simple procedure to get IPs also, because everyone is traveling towards innovative directions. And engineering solutions are very much required, like 10 types of innovations, like cross-disciplinary engineering should be introduced, because in higher education institutes we have different type of departments. Each and every student have different ideas, but he could not able to cope up with the technology. When if he is an ECE student, if we want to make any small robotic procedure with a computer software, with a mechanical device, three departments and three branch of students should be worked on the same problems. And efficient management of innovation is very much required. So efficient management of innovation is nothing but like to creation of new innovative methodologies, and entire its successful management of innovation takes an entire company, and it's covered the strategy, organization, project portfolio, management, product developments are required. It really makes easier to return on investments. So whatever we are investing on the particular prototype or the product, the return on investment will be definitely easy when we have the particular innovative mechanisms. And efficient life cycle management is also required in different scenarios. And corporate venturing and learning organizations is very much required with the good opportunities and investing in new trends as well. Investing in startups enables the companies as well as the higher education institutes will definitely give the long-term competencies, and also it can able to produce more CEOs from the institute with more number of startups. And higher educations and industries need to give themselves more freedom to look around the next corners. That means to get the various opportunities from the problems of industries. And the learning organizations is really makes sense the full use of potential and exponential technologies in achieving the digital transformation to industry 4.0. So these are all some sort of key points to the solve the particular industry 4.0, and what are the technologies we required and what are the steps and what we need to look after. And what exactly the current scenario is required: infrastructure and human resource management, some technology development is required, and some procurement of some hardware devices or the models like 3D printers, like any other device is very much important. And these are all comes into the supporting activities at higher education institutes to support like some inbound logistics, some operational type of startups, and outbound logistics, marketing and sales, as well as services. So these are indirectly helping us for infrastructure, for HR management, technology development, and procurement, where we are really applying these things. And we can say these are all the important tools in industry perspectives. One, infrastructure in the scenario of data security, real-time financial, investment planning, and controlling. HR management comes as the performance-related pace, emerging areas of work, what exactly emerging technologies we have, we need to inculcate. And coming to the technology development, it should be a hardware or the software development, either hardware or software. Whereas in hardware, we can talk about some robotics, 3D printing, smart machines, and any other things. Coming to the software development, it completely as a service-based product designs and everything. And some autonomous robots can be developed. In my presentation, I am going to share some sort of real-time scenarios, how the guys, engineering guys are really working out. And real-time suppliers are very much required for this logistic inbound like robots such as RFID, and outbound logistics like RFIDs and other type of robots, and services like data analysis and some other cooperation between the user and the applications. And here some of the points are discussed, like digital voice and horizontal integrators cooperating vertically and digital champions in the scenarios of digital business model and customer access. Like we need to more concentrate on like digitalizing the business model and customer access for like digital product services and machine to machine, as well as integrated customer solutions should be there. And digitalization of product folio is like online or offline support, like product focus instead of a customer focus. Like whenever we are going to release some sort of product, we need to be concentrate on the product first, and then we need to concentrate on the public. Digitalization and horizontal and vertical integration of value chains are really required. Data analysis is should be act as a key capability, because like in any application, if we see whether it is a hardware or a software, data analysis is very requirement for the industry. Because when we discussing about some industry problems, if we can able to collect the proper data, like what exactly the customer needs in the particular geographical locations, it should be concentrated on. If we can could not able to provide the particular needs of the particular people at the geographic location, it should be wasted. So the right people, right area, right technology should be needed. For that, data analysis is very much important. See, whenever we surfing online for purchasing various products, if you are looking after a mobile, for example, if you want to buy an Apple product, or an if you want to buy any like Nokia or any other mobile product, if you search it online, and after few days or the next day, if you log in onto your any social media account like Facebook or some other accounts, it gives you the suggestions that what you have searched in the past, in the history. Because these companies, these middleware companies and third parties are helping that particular companies regarding to the past searches of the users. And agile IT structures are very much required, and handling of the complaints and law, tax, and other items security should be inculcated. And very much important, the employees of the organization and improvement of digital structures are really required. And now we'll look after the industry challenges. So up to the part we have discussed about some insights on industrial 4.0, how it works, what is required. Now we'll check it out in short what exactly the industry challenges are. Low demand, unbalanced industrial structures, and regional concentration. This is what we discussed earlier. Wherever the need is there, we need to concentrate at that particular point and we need to provide it. At particular area, loss in public sector investments is the important problem, and industry sickness is another important problem. Lack of infrastructure in the industry and improper location base. For example, uh, ports are located at seashores. Wherever the seashores and sea are located, ports are available. As well as like, import and export companies are mostly at this port area. So coming to the industry challenges, we have discussed about low demand, unbalanced industrial structures and industrial sickness, lack of particular capital, and shortage of industrial raw materials, and licensing policies, like continuous changes of licensing policies, and higher cost of production and low quality goods. And these are all some sort of current industry challenges, where we need to check it out about the capital is very much important before going to establish an industry or a startup. So before going to like start your company, like the investors play an important role in that particular scenarios. And licensing policy, so one should really understand the licensing policy and how it should be like act as an to move freely in this current challenges. And regional concentration is very much important here. So if you list out, many more industry challenges are there in current industry 4.0, and the solutions are nothing but, so in the perspective of a higher education institutes, like to solve these type of problems, so to concentrate on these type of problems for industry, we should prepare all the students in the current era to be readily focused with giving the solutions for the problem statements. So that I have proposed a small like scenario where higher education institutes can conduct some sort of ideathons, like submitting the ideas, the new ideas which is uh, towards the direction of solving the particular problems, and generating some sort of ideations, and then ask the students to develop some sort of prototype models like product services development practices, and internal conduct some sort of internal hackathons in the higher education institutes for minimum of 2 days, so that whatever the ideas they are proposed, they can convert into the prototype models, as well as they can implement the same in the internal hackathons. And then for documentation purpose, we can conduct some dockathons for writing the research writings towards the publications, as well as applying for patents. And then we can send our students for external competitions to grab the fundings from various agencies and investors for the startup companies. And finally, these students from the current generation will move on towards the solution for the industry problems by their own startups. For that, the one best solution is the mindset of the every individual should be think in a design thinking process. For industry related problems, or the society related problems, or environment related problems, or climate related problems, or any technology related problems, the one can start thinking in a design thinking process, where to explore all ideas, empathize the ideas, defining, ideating, prototyping, and testing. These all stages will come into the picture for developing an excellent solution for the current industry problems. If you like check it out with the current problem statements given by the various Ministry of India and industries from across India, they have created n number of problem statements as a part of Smart India Hackathon. For example, let us say in this website like Smart India Hackathon, if you check it out, the problem statements, we have 145 hardware, 344 software, as Industry 4.0 is also looking after this hardware and software solutions. The best idea is to go to this Smart India Hackathon website is sah.gov.in. From there, you can select any technology bucket. If you check it out, the technology bucket, we have agriculture, rural development, clean water, robotics and drones, health biometric devices, energy, software, and finance, waste management, food technology, including smart education and smart cities, also with sports and fitness. So these are categorized as software and hardware for different type of organizations. See, these problem statements are given by AICTE, Airport Authority of India, All India Institute of Ayurveda, and Bajaj Finserv, Bharat Electronics Limited from Bangalore, and CDK Global, Cisco, because you need to understand one thing here. These 347 are the problem statements where they require solutions for these problem statements, so that they are released this problem statement openly, publicly to all higher education institutes students, because all the students are young minded, they can give the perfect solution for the problem statement. So I suggest the higher education institute, students and the faculty members to go through all the problem statements and understand what are the current problems of industry and how to solve it. For example, uh, Adani Port and SEG Limited is given a problem statement to predict optimal vessel turnaround time. For example, let us say optimal vessel turnaround time for in some ports, like some vessels are there. For example, some diesel filling tanks are there. How to check out whether it is filled or not optimally? Those type of problem statements also there. And if you see, Airport Authority of India has given a problem statement called developing a software tool to aid search and rescue by calculating and drawing such area from last known position of a missing aircraft. This is very, very important problem statement for the airports authority, because in some scenarios all over the world, in some cases, aircrafts are being missed. We have many historical proofs. Some aeroplanes and some few buses has missing somewhere, and they have landed after few days at any other airports. In between, what happening to the airports? To particularly calculate the so they are giving this problem. Sorry for the technical glitches. Today my network is not good. So that like that in Smart India Hackathon we have many more like problem statements from various industries and government of Andhra Pradesh also. So for example, I have selected AP here, so that in Andhra Pradesh, like I would like to explain one problem statement from Andhra Pradesh Innovation Society ITNC department. They want to build an online system for monitoring water quality, leaks, contamination, and managing pipeline networks. And also it looking for the cybercrime tracking. So these are all the current problem statements we have pan India. So these are all the current problems. Now, going to our slides. most of the students are working on this direction. Many of the students has developed many of the applications in the COVID-19 time, and with creating some sort of wheelchair for disabled people and design fabrications of wheelchair. And direct the chief minister of Goa has visited the students and applause for their innovations. Like in Andhra Pradesh and at our areas, so we have many more innovations. For example, let us see this student from Tamil Nadu has innovated an auto as an living room, having a bedroom, having a kitchen, having a toilet, and many more things. So the mobility of the bedroom. So this is a particular home created by the student with his innovative thought. It is a 6 by 6 detachable house on the back of auto rickshaws. These are some sort of innovations we have. And we know this. At the age of 19 or something else like that, the fellow called Ritish Agarwal introduced OYO rooms. At the age of 17, he is in college dropout, but he concentrated on particular applications to reserve the rooms. He is not at all owned any rooms, but he can provide it with the application called OYO. This is the best startup company by the students in our India as an OYO rooms. And we have many more applications like free charge, like Kunal Shah has developed an application to charging our mobiles and like that. And if we talk about these guys like John Combe and Biran Action, fortunately or unfortunately, they have applied a job for Facebook. They are rejected. After that, they have developed an application called WhatsApp. We know how much we are using this WhatsApp. And now the Facebook acquired this WhatsApp. That is the secondary story. But the innovation where really industry needs for the networking between the industry and the people and like the person to person communication is really required. So the communication made very much easy by these two guys. And this is the scenario where we need to check it out about the design thinking process, where like in this scenario, the people are traveling on the moped with 4 members as a family. When like the Ratan Tata see that particular scene when he is in Bangalore, want to design to solve a particular problem by a nano car. That means he found the problem that the 4 or 5 members are traveling on the moped. So he designed a budget car with 1 lakh rupees, nearly to 1 lakh rupees to 2 lakh rupees, where a middle class people can afford to travel with a safe manner. So wherever there is a problem, if we think in design thinking mindset, there will be a solution. So the guys traveling on the moped now traveling on the nano cars with full security. And how to see the part of industry problems? How if you have a question, is it possible that can I solve the problem of industries? Yes, as a faculty member or as a students, we can definitely solve the industrial problems with various opportunities we have. The best one is Atal Innovation Mission. Now, the call for application is open. So you can go and apply as a mentor of change and start working with the kids of the school to transform them to think in problem solving direction, so that as a teacher we can teach the students to think in the solution oriented direction, so that many problems will be solved. And also MSME, micro, small, medium enterprises. Here also you can apply as a mentor and you can follow this MSME. Many more industry problems are discussed in various forms and the faculty can also give the solutions for the industry applications. And many more calls are also there, many more funding opportunities from various agencies. If you have the solution, you can directly contact, and then you can apply for funding. They will provide as a project. So nowadays, like we can send as the students as internships for the companies to solving the particular problem in a short time on the brief of internships. And the faculty can also work with the industry people as the consultancy projects and various competitions being open as an innovation ambassador for institution innovation council. You can easily like cope up with the industries, can solve the problems with the mentorship opportunities. And also we have MIT innovative initiatives. Mentoring opportunities are there. So through these mentoring opportunities, you can solve many more problems with many more technologies of, to solve the particular industrial problems. So Industry 4.0, we understood that Industry 4.0 is there, and what is the need of Industry 4.0, what are the current problems and challenges for industry, and the solutions can provide by the design thinking process, and we know various opportunities and the pathways to provide the best solutions. And after all the things we have discussed, what are the outcomes for higher education institutes? Is it an individual growth, or along with us, higher education is also growing? Let us see this one. When we teach some soft skills and like practical things and technical business and research modules to all the students, we can definitely build confidence to discuss various problem statements. We can design future projects and work with new projects with high networking with industry people. We can participate in software and hardware hackathons where we can get rankings for star rating for IACs and many more rankings with these participations. We can participate in business idea plan competitions to grab the funding from investors, and we can participate like Smart India Hackathon, National Innovation Contest, and many more competitions around the world. Increase the publications, research, and startups in the institutes. And also we can improve the patents for the institute, and continuous learning process will be inculcate among the faculties, career opportunities will be improved, and finally the institute rankings in various scenarios like NRF, ARIA, Times, IAC, and in different agencies will give the good ranking and better ranking with the practice of this model. And also easy accreditations of NBA and extensions of NAC will be given. So with all this scenario, we have seen the industry problems and the solutions and the process and the outcomes of higher education institutes. By this, I would like to finish my session, and if you have any queries, please let me know.
Participants, now the session is open for the questions. If you have any queries, please ask. Sir, we have a question from Kiran. Next, do we have Industry 4.2?
Yes. So what is the question?
Next, do we have Industry 4.2?
When we have Industry 4.2?
No, sir. Next do we have? Next. Next, do we have Industry
Okay.
4.2?
Next, do we have Industry 4.2?
Yes, sir.
See, like when we discussed about the things like 3D printing technology, and we are moving ahead for 5G to 6G. So we are not changing the names like Industry 4.0 to 4.2 or something like that. We are rapidly increasing our technology as well as services. Definitely, to answer your question, Industry 4.2 revolution will be definitely comes in with the pace of artificial intelligence and machine learning concept with all the hardware technologies. So whether it is the 4.0 or 5.0, we are going to be stepping into the next generation. So this is what we are looking for. So how it will be like in current scenario when we discussed about the 4.0, we are with 4G technology, 3D printing technologies, and many more like logistics comes into the picture. And you know the next era, the next technology is completely occupied by artificial intelligence with introducing the high intellectual robots in every organization and industry.
Sir, the other question is, can you give the details of the training provided to mentors looking for industrial problems?
Come again, please.
Can you give the details of the training provided to mentors looking for industrial problems?
Okay. For example, let us say I have shown uh, one scenario where, for example, let us say this is utterly innovation concept. Applications are open. For this mentor of change, you will be provided with the training from Government of India from Niti Aayog. Training will be of 2 or 3 phases. One is like they will provide you how to mentor a particular student, and also how to face the industrial problem, and also they will provide technical assistance. And recently they also given the training on Adobe Educators program. So these are all modules really definitely helps to the mentors as well. If you see like Institution Innovation Council, this is Ministry of Education's Innovation Council, Institution Innovation Cell Council. Every institute having this. Here, if you are selected as innovation ambassador from your institute, you will be trained in 4 scenarios. One is how to incubate, how to pre-incubate incubation centers at your institute. Second one is they will train you in entrepreneurship module, and also they will train you in designing thinking module, and finally they will train you in patent applications. So what else required to a mentor? Because when you are closely connected with Institution Innovation Council as an innovation ambassador, they are training for technical aspects, for applying for patents, for how to think as a design thinker, and also they will teach entirely about entrepreneurship towards establishing the startup company. By this part, a mentor will be fulfilled with all the aspects as a mentor in 360 degrees. I hope I answered this question.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable session. Dear participants, the validity will start soon in a couple of minutes. Thank you.
I really regret for the technical glitches today.
Yeah, sir. No issues, no problem, sir.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
So
sir.
is the link same for validatory?
Yes, sir.
Right,
Now
fine
the
then.
session continues for the valedictory too.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. I would really thank DNR College of Engineering and Technology for organizing this FDP and inviting me to provide some sort of insights on this particular session. I thank Radhika ma'am for continuously updating me all the information and from the day one, with providing all the links and information for smoothly going on with this technical sessions. Thank you very much. And I also congratulate the Department of ECE for successfully conducting this FDP. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That's a pleasure, sir. Dear participants, now the time for the valedictory. Good evening, one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure and privilege to welcome you all for today's valedictory session of 6-day faculty development program on research methodology, tools and techniques, sponsored by AICTE-ISTE at DNR College of Engineering and Technology from December 14th to 19th, 2020. And I would like to welcome the chief patrons of today's program, Sri G.V. Narasimharaju Garu, Honorable President, DNR College Association, and Sri G. Satyanarayana Raju Garu, Honorable Secretary and Correspondent, DNR College Association. I would also welcome the patron of today's program, Dr. G.V. Raju, the Principal of DNR College of Engineering and Technology. And I cordially welcome the chief guest of today's program, Colonel B. Venkat, Director, AICTE, New Delhi. And also, I heartily welcome the guest of honor, Dr. K. Manivanan, National Executive Council Member, ISTE, New Delhi. And I welcome the coordinator of today's program, Dr. S. Koteshwari, Professor and HOD ECE. Such online programs in these pandemic times of COVID uncertainty proves that we need to develop a passion for research. If you do, you will never cease to grow. I once again thank all the amenities, research seekers, participants, and delegates registered for this FDP. We received an overwhelming response from all the participants for this 6-day FDP. Thank you. Thank you all. About the college. DNR College of Engineering and Technology, established in the year 2010, is one of the constituent colleges of DNR Association, established in 1945, playing a significant role in imparting technical education and having excellence infrastructure and modern laboratories, internet with Wi-Fi facility, central library, and this institute is accredited by NAC with B++ grade. DNR College Association got approved from AICTE New Delhi to run PG, UG, and diploma courses in DNR College of Engineering and Technology. The college offers civil engineering, triple E, mechanical, ECE, and CSE at UG level. MTech specializations in structures, machine design, CSE, and DECS. The college offers diploma courses in DECE, DEEE, DCE, and DME. It has acquired good reputation in terms of infrastructure, placements, and in providing quality technical education within a short span of time. About the department. The Department of the Electronics and Communication Engineering was established in the year 2010 to start a 4-year BTech degree program affiliated to JNTU Kakinada with an intake of 60. The intake was increased to 120 from the academic year 2012 to 13. The department offers PG courses MTech in Digital Electronics and Communication Systems with an intake of 18 seats and diploma course DECE with an intake of 60 seats. The department has contributed much through its committed academic legacy. The Department of ECE has well qualified and rich experienced faculty with excellent infrastructural facilities. The department has all the laboratories with both hardware or software and fully established with versatile equipments. Now I request our principal, Dr. G.V. Raju Garu, to give his presidential address. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, all of you. Respected G.V. Narasimharaj Garu, President of DNR College Association, Sri Satyanarayana Raju Babu Garu, Secretary and Correspondent of DNR College Association, and today's valedictory function Chief Guest, Colonel B. Venkat, Director, AICTE New Delhi, Guest of Honor, Dr. K. Manivanan. Voice రావట్లేదు. No audio. Hello.
Sir, it is audible, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yo. Good afternoon, all of you. I'm Dr. G.V. Raju, Principal of DNR College of Engineering and Technology. Respected Sri G.V. Narasimharaj Garu, President DNR College Association, Sri G. Satyanarayana Raju Babu Garu, Secretary and Correspondent, DNR College Association. Today's valedictory functions, Chief Guest, Colonel B. Venkat, Director, AICTE New Delhi, Sri Dr. K. Manivanan, Guest of Honor. He is the National Executive Council member, IST New Delhi. Coordinator, Dr. Koteswari. A very good evening to all of you. So I'm very happy to share with you all that the DNR College, Engineering College has organized 3 faculty development programs on research methodology, tools and techniques, sponsored by AICTE, ISTE, in a short span of 1 month. These programs have been organized by CSE department, MBA department, and EC department. And these FDP programs have been sanctioned by AICTE. And this proposal was submitted to AICTE by Dr. S. Koteswari, Professor and Head of EC department, for conducting programs, FDP programs in our college. The AICTE has sponsored the programs and sanctioned 3 lakhs amount. And we are thankful to AICTE for sanctioning the amount and given an opportunity for this college to conduct the faculty development programs. And this program on research methodology is very useful to the faculties, the young faculties working in engineering colleges. Most of these faculties have been pursuing their doctoral degrees, and they are engaged in research work. And this faculty development program must have helped them in gaining, acquiring knowledge related to carrying out their research, starting from data acquisition, analysis, and then finally documentation of their work. In all these aspects, the resource persons have shared their knowledge with the participants, and this would greatly help those who are actively engaged in research work. So I thank all the resource persons for sparing the time and sharing their knowledge with the young faculty. And I especially especially thank our chief guest, Colonel B. Venkat Garu, for having accepted our request to be the chief guest. Thank you to you, sir, once again. Similarly, my special thanks go to Dr. K. Manivanan. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your time. And I appreciate the efforts of all those involved in carrying out, in conducting these faculty development programs in our college. And I thank management of DNR College, Engineering College, for giving support to the faculty in all aspects, especially in conducting programs related to knowledge enhancement of faculty. And the faculty also should utilize the opportunities available to them in this college and acquire knowledge in recent areas, so that they would transfer the knowledge they gain to the students. That's what is expected from a teacher. A teacher should update his knowledge regularly and transfer the same to the students. So that is the objective behind conducting this faculty development program and research methodology. So I appreciate the coordinator for submitting proposal and all those others who are responsible for happening of this program throughout. I mean, this for the last 1 month, last 1 week on this particular program. I thank all the resource persons once again, and I thank all, and I congratulate the team that is taking all necessary efforts to conduct this program in a very successful way. All the 3 programs conducted during a short span have been conducted very well and very successfully. So I once again congratulate all those, and I wish that all the participants will have a bright future. And thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir. Now I am profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, Colonel B. Venkat, Director, AICTE, New Delhi. Colonel Venkat is serving Army officer from the technical branch, Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering, having done his mechanical engineering from Army institutes. Having 3 decades of service experience and having served in all possible appointments of command, staff, and instructional, the officer is presently on deputation with AICTE and is handling faculty development related issues and release of grants through AICTE AQIS schemes. The officer has a unique distinction of representing India as its defense attaché to Russia. The officer also handles the NITTT National Initiative for Technical Teachers Training, which is mandatory for the purpose of regularization and promotional to all the teachers. Now, I request the today's chief guest, Colonel B. Venkat, to address the participants. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor now that you people have invited me, primarily speaking for this culmination or a valedictory of an event which has gone out for the last 1 week. And congratulations to you, your complete staff, the coordinators, the management from DNR College of Engineering and Technology. And what better activity that you have a subject on research methodology. Now, I personally also felt, when we keep sanctioning programs from
Sir,
AICTE,
sorry for the interruption. Could you please turn on your video, sir?
ma'am, actually speaking, I don't mind turning on, but the surroundings don't happen to be that good as of now.
Okay, sir. No issues. Thank
Because
you.
I'm not at my place, neither I'm at the office. I'm slightly outside.
Okay, sir.
But I will do turn on so that at least people should at least get a glimpse of me as to who am I. I will surely do that. I'll do that. Give me some time. I'll do that, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, not at all, ma'am. And in the meantime, my only this thing is that the topic chosen by you people also is very apt and relevant. And what better thing when you think about a program? I think I heard the previous speaker speaking very categorically that you had a timeline set. You were about an year and year back that when the proposal must have been floated, the proposal gets approved by AICTE. After the approval of the proposal by AICTE, you people start off with your complete activity of scheduling the curriculum, looking for the resource persons, and then finally speaking, going about and making them in a sequential manner so as to arrange in a very compact 6 days. I do appreciate, I do understand these all activities are not a joke. It does not happen overnight. There are a whole lot of activities which are planned and then conducted, and then finally you commence the program. And what do you see today in front of us, each one of us? It is actually speaking the fruit of the activity which has got finished over the last 1 week. Absolutely, if I may tell you, 100% well done. Congratulations should be reserved to only you people. But grant us also 1%, ma'am. AICTE will take 1% of the credit. And we are also part of a collective excellence. And when a work is done in a nice manner and when you have a good result, it's always better that everybody is huh? Ek second. When you're doing all these kind of activities, it is absolutely important that these kind of things are done in a correct manner. And when the way you people have done it, and when you people have done it, it has been done with a purpose that this particular thing has ultimately reached a point or a place where the participants who are there, they are the ones who have benefited. And when the participants benefit, there, I don't think so there can be anything which can be more beneficial to the public or to the society when certain section of the audience, when they say that they have benefited from this kind of an activity. Uh, the best part about now is for the participants to please come forward and give it back to the resource persons, to the coordinators, that it was because of their teaching and learning over last 1 week that they have learned something and they are going to be putting this back in their practice. And when they give it, put it in their practice, I don't think so there can be any better compliment to the resource persons or to the coordinators and to your institute. And well done, ma'am. Well done to everybody. Uh, do give my best regards to everybody and wishing you all the very best. Each one of you do see also as to uh, I'm speaking, even though I just that I am not rightly placed or I'm not in a proper environment. I will just try to still show you as to who am I, so that you people understand that I'm Colonel Venkat, I am Director AICTE. My humble submission to everybody is that each one of you is at liberty to please inform me about any of your recommendation, any suggestions which you feel will come very handy towards improvement of various activities. And be rest assured that I will be 100% implementing and acting on it. Congratulations to you and well done. May you succeed in all your future endeavors. Thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of our management, I thank you for providing your gracious presence to join with us. And thank you for your video also, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. An apology for the background. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem, sir. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. K. Manivanan, National Executive Council Member, ISTE, New Delhi. Dr. K. Manivanan is currently the Associate Director of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Trichy campus. He received his PhD in Theoretical Fluid Mechanics with distinction. He earned his MTech in Computer Science and Engineering. His research interests and expertise include theoretical computer science, theoretical fluid mechanics, fuzzy logic, and transform techniques. He is also the coordinator of Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center, sponsored by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Dr. K. Manivanan is chiefly prominent as a stickler for the quality, team builder, and a natural motivator with a perseverance and integrity. Dr. K. Manivanan's excellent communication skills and leadership qualities have earned him several leadership and management positions. He is now the Vice President, Industry and Academics Relations, IFEES, Chair GEDC India Chapter, and National Vice President of Indian Society for Technical Education, New Delhi, one of the largest professional organizations in India, with the motto of career development of teachers and personality development of students and overall development of engineering education system. Before assuming this coveted position, he has been elected as National Executive Council member of ISTE for 5 terms. He was the member of Academic Council of the prestigious University of Madras for 2 terms of 6 years. He is also a member of various professional organizations such as IEEE, CSI, Society of Statistics, Computer and Applications, Indian Society for Probability and Statistics, Ramanujan Mathematical Society, and the Association of Mathematics Teachers of India. Now I request Dr. K. Manivanan to deliver a keynote address to all the participants. Sir, please.
Thank you, Radhika, for your introduction. Most respected, the chief patron of this AICTE-ISTE CDP program, Sri G.V. Narasimharaju Garu, the honorary president of DNR College of Association, Sri G. Satyanarayana Raju Garu, the honorary secretary and correspondent of DNR College Association. Most respected Dr. G.V. Raju Garu, the principal of DNR College of Engineering Technology. Respected Colonel B. Venkat, the director AICT New Delhi, who was the chief guest of this wonderful function. And most respected Dr. Kodishwari, the HOD EC department, and my learned colleagues and Ms. Radhika for this wonderful opportunity to be part of this voluntary function of AICTE-ISTE sponsored induction refresher program with respect to research methodology, tools and techniques. Friends, today you know that for any institutions, 2 things are very important. One is the so-called academic excellence, and the other one is we talk about the research and development. But today in the 21st century, instead of research and development, we can say it is a research and innovation. In a nutshell, research is a systematic effort to gain new knowledge, which leads to the so-called innovation, and which leads to the so-called entrepreneurship, and finally it leads to the success. Because today you know that we follow the outcome-based education, where we talk about more of problem-oriented learning as well as project-oriented learning, because our learning has flipped into problem as well as project-based learning. Because for all these things, what we need in the sense, we need the right search, which leads to the research. So the DNR College of Engineering Technology has come with a wonderful topic on research methodology, especially to the region of the West Godavari and East Godavari region of Andhra Pradesh state, because it's a need of the hour. Because today we talk about more of research initiatives to be done at the undergraduate level. That's why AICT has also come up with this kind of sanctioning all this kind of STDP program for the betterment of the faculty. Because today we are all working for engineering colleges, whereas we talk about only the subject of academic performance, but we are not focusing more of research and development. If you see outside world, especially if you take China or Korea or USA or England or Australia or even Singapore, many universities and institutions are doing very well with respect to the so-called research. Because today you see that across the globe, we talk about the innovations done by the Chinese, because it comes under cost effective. So for all the innovations, what we need in the sense, we need the proper research, because unless you come with a proper research with respect to the new inventions and innovations, because today we talk about more of social issues. See, wherever you go, we talk about the so-called the pollution. Today we talk about clean air, clean water, clean energy. Who has to give the solution? Only the engineers has to give the solution. For all these things, what we need in the sense, we need the right channel is needed. For that, even the undergraduate people also now they are focusing more of research. That's why today, whether if you go for NAC or NBA or whoever comes, they ask how many papers the faculty did, how many students has come with the research. And today we talk about more of pattern, because whatever you do the research, the process, you can go for a pattern where you can get a pattern with respect to your research process that gives a value addition for you. So this is very important. Apart from academic, research is another component. So again, second eye for you. The first eye is academic excellence. Other one is your research and development, research and innovation. So it's very important component. And today, all the faculty has to be connect to the right industry, because the industries are expecting some sort of thought process, some sort of input from us. So unless we have the right collaboration with the industry, where you can get some sort of a small problem for which you can give the solution, use of the technology, use of your academic knowledge, it gives a kind of synchronization with industry. It gives a value addition for you, for your department, as well as for you as an individual, because it leads to consultancy. Okay, because through consultancy, we can get some sort of a fund that can be utilized for further research and other things. So here we have to take a lot of efforts, because unless you put efforts, it's very difficult for us to exist in this competitive world. So put efforts and do something for you as well as for the institution you belongs. And I wish this particular 1 week program has given a right insight with respect to the various types of research and how to go about the research in terms of gaining a lot of skills and the right knowledge and also right abilities to showcase your knowledge and skills for the future research, which leads to a better society in near future. And also for your students, it gives a kind of initiatives for towards research. Once again, I thank you, the principal sir, Dr. Jeev Rajigaru, and Madam Kodishwari, the Professor HOD ECE, and the coordinator of this event, Ms. Radhika, who has wonderfully done her work in a fitted manner. Thank you, Rondal.
Thank you, sir. We really appreciate you taking out time for us from your busy schedule. It's been very pleasure to have you with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now I request the coordinator of today's program and HOD of ECE department, Dr. S. Koteshwari, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good evening, one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure and privilege to welcome you all for this validatory session of a 6-day online program. I would like to welcome our Chief Patron, Sri G.V. Narasimharaju Garu, Honorable President, DNR College Association, our Secretary, Sir, Sri G. Satyanarayan Raju Garu, Honorable Secretary and Correspondent, DNR College Association, and our Principal, Sir, Dr. G.V. Raju Garu. Our Chief Guest, today's our Chief Guest, Colonel B. Venkat, Officer, Director, AICTE, New Delhi, and our Guest of Honor, Dr. K. Manivanan, Sir, National Executive Council Member, ISTE, New Delhi. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you all for this validatory session for a Program 3 online FDP program, which has been scheduled from December 14th to 19th of 2020. This FDP proved that the research is not the way of life. I would like to thank AICTE and ISTE for sponsoring this FDP, and it's my great honor, and I thank DNR management for their endless support. This FDP proved to be an eye-opening session for beginners, middle-level researchers, and also aimed at imparting the skills required to handle different tools and technologies. They are useful during the entire process of research and scholarly communication. This FDP intended to orient participants towards developing their own research plans, paying due attention to every stage of research. These topics, delivered by the eminent speakers by all the 6 days of program and the resource persons who are globally reputed. It's a great deal of pleasure to thank all the resource persons for their eminent support. I would like to appreciate and acknowledge our department staff and faculty members, especially our scientific committee members, Mr. V. Balaji, Assistant Professor DNR Set ECE, and our Mrs. S. Radhika, Assistant Professor in the Department of ECE, for their unconditional support in making this FDP successful. I am very much delighted to announce that the registered delegates are from Pan India. The FDP was attended by 68 participants, faculty members from departments of ECE, EEE, CSC, IT, and also from the mathematics department from various institutes. It's of great deal of pleasure to share the feedback which was received from the participants. 88% of participants felt that the delivery and the presentation of the resource persons are good. 90% of the participants were of the opinion that the FDP about practical knowledge of the subject to them helped them a lot. 90% of the participants opinion that the FDP was coordinated as very well, and the participants endorsed the fact that the FDP should be arranged regularly. I thank, on behalf of DNR College of Engineering and Technology, I would heartily thank all the eminent speakers, resource persons for sparing their valuable time and sharing their knowledge. I would also like to thank wholeheartedly our research seekers, delegates for the participation of the 6-day FDP program on Research Methodology Tools and Techniques Program 3 and made this event a grand success. Thank you all. So over to you, Radhika.
Thank you, madam. Now I request some of the participants to give their valuable feedback about the FDP.
Hello, good evening, madam, and good evening, everybody, and all the delegates who are present for this validatory function. First of all, I would like to thank our coordinator Radhika madam and also the whole organizing team for the efforts they have taken in conducting this short-term training program on research methodological tools and techniques. All these sessions were very good and informative. It has added something new to my knowledge. Also, it will definitely help me in my future research work. Also, my best wishes to the DNR College of Engineering for conducting these future STTP programs. And also, I would like to thank them for organizing one unique section on the emotional development and stress management, which was very beneficial for me. Some of the questions which I had, I asked them and it was solved. I think it will help me in every walks of the life. And I am very grateful to them for holding such session. And thanks to all and thanks to everybody. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable words. Now I request any other participant to talk about this FDP.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Can I say a few words?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, myself, Dr. Aradhana Deshmukh from Sinhagad Institute, Pune. Yeah, I have done my doctorate from Aarhus University, and I like to mention here, it was really very interactive and informative session, sir. Actually, during my research, I also used many tools like LaTeX and many others, but still the actually speaker explain and interact all these things very nicely, sir. Even if I have done my research, but still I always I also circulated to my students regarding these tools and methodology they have explained during the session. It was really very great initiative, and I like to mention, if you arrange this for 15 days, we will get more and more knowledge from the speaker. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Radhika ma'am, and all the speakers are really very interactive and very informative. And the last 2 days session was excellent. Really, I really appreciate that. And I also mention the speaker's name, if you shared.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Definitely will implement for the 15 days program in the future. Thank you, ma'am. And any other participants, please?
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I would like to give the feedback. Can you allow me?
Yes, madam.
So, ma'am, for last 4 days we do not have. Hello. In last 4 days in coastal area we do not have the network problem. I always troubling the FDP people's but this FDP is very much organized and the speaker so give detailed knowledge of the subject. I am work in the industry as well as the academics college level, but this is the boost of this is the boost of energy for me. And very organized one. And if college organize the is very much fantastic, and all the team people are they have done efforts for this one. And in this pandemic situation, they kept busy for the people. So I do not have the words to express their hard work. Thank you very much. And thank you, sir, again. I am always sincere thanks to all the teams. Okay. Thank you. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for Thank you, all the participants. The assessment link has been shared in the WhatsApp group. I request all the participants to attend it. Based upon the participation certificate will be issued. So kindly do it. Thank you for participating in the online FDP. Thank you all. Thank you very much.